Good morning, my dear students. Today in online teaching, I am going to give you the answers for the poem Unfolding Bird by Naoshi Koriyama. The questions which are given in the book, I am going to give the answers for those questions which are there in your book. So let's start. So in Unfolding Bird, there are 6 questions which are given in understanding the poem. So I am going to give the answers for these 6 questions that you all have to note down in your note copy. As I know that you all have made English copy and you have noted down the answers of quarterly examination. Now this poem is there in the syllabus of half yearly examination. So you have to write down these answers. Take out your copy and note down the answers. So question number 1. Does the water lily open up, that is bloom, quickly overnight or day, or gradually over a few days? What supports your answer? An answer for this question is the water lily blooms gradually over a few days. It takes the time. In the poem Unfolding Bird by Naoshi Koriyama, we find a line unfolding with each passing day. Question number 2. What is amazing about that process of opening up? What 2 things change each day? Answer for this question is the opening process of a water lily is amazing as it gets more beautiful with the course of time. The dimensions, layers and the color changes each day. Now question number 3. What is our first reading of a poem compared to? Do we find that surprising? Answer for this question is the first reading of a poem is compared to a closed bud. This is not surprising, as most poems do not reveal their full meaning and message until they have been read over and over again. Next, question number 4. When are we actually surprised about the poem? What causes it? We are actually surprised by the poem when we have read it many times, as the poem's inner meaning slowly reveals itself to us. Next is question number 5. Does the poem just unfold as time passes, or does it happen when we do something a few times? Do what? Answer for this question: no. The poem does not unfold as the time passes. The poem unfolds itself only when the reader reads it many times. Question number 6. The water lily grows larger in size and gets a deeper color as it unfolds. What does the poem do? Answer: there is similarity between the opening up of a water lily and the poem's inner meaning and message. The poem opens up and reveals its rich inner itself. Now next, I am going to give the answers for appreciating the poem. First question, Why do you think the speaker speaks of the water lily unfolding rather than blooming? Answer for this question. The word unfolding brings out the similarity between the flower and the poem. While the flower unfolds to reveal its colors, the poem unfolds to reveal its inner meaning. Second question of appreciating the poem. What words describe the state of the poem when it is first seen? Why those words? Answer. The words used to describe the poem are tight closed and tiny bird. These words signify that the poem's inner beauty is closed to the reader at the beginning. Question number 3. Why do you think the last 3 lines are written in that way? Does it make our reading of them slower, adding value to each rereading? Answer. The last 3 lines show how a poem needs to be read separately. The words into 3 different lines makes the reading slower and conveys that this is how everyone or every poem must. Question number 4. What has this poem taught you about how a poem is best read? State the difference between reading a story and reading a poem in a short paragraph. So answer for this question is, this poem teaches us that a poem needs to be read and understood slowly and over a period of time. Every poem needs to be read multiple times before it can be fully understood and appreciated. A short story, in contrast, takes just one reading for it to be understood, as the poem defines you that there is a similarity between a flower bird and reading of poem. Just like you read the poem again and again, you are going to understand the meaning of that poem, which is there in the poem. So to understand the proper meaning or the message of the poem, you have to read at least twice or thrice to understand it well. I hope that you all have written these answers in your copy. Thank you. God bless you.